welcome to our Aspired Elements talk tonight about summer. In Ayurveda, one of the first things we do is we consider the constitution of the individual, but the second thing that you consider is the seasons, because they greatly influence us. Our environment very much influences us and can push on the elements that are within us and that create us. And when you are hot, you run hot, and you then move into a hot season, that can definitely aggravate and cause a lot of problems. But there's a lot of ways that we can help support ourselves when we're dealing with summertime. So that's what we're addressing today is summertime. Summer is actually one of the more depleting times of the year, and that is because the sun is depleting. There's probably a lot of things that I'm going to share here tonight that it's not going to be so popular in the West, because I have a lot of friends that love the sun, love laying out in the sun. But in the summertime, it is not supportive. It is depleting. We're aging ourselves when we deplete. You're actually doing what they call, you're taking your nectar, which is your vital reserves. You're removing your vital reserves from your system, from your body. And it doesn't seem like a big deal when we're young, but then as we get older, you really start to notice it. So I'm just going to talk tonight about summertime. And when it's summer, obviously it's hot. We've got really hot temperatures coming up here, over 100 here in Reno and Tahoe. It's even going to be super warm in Tahoe. But it's bright and sharp, and it is the season of Pitta. Pitta is ruled by the fire element, governed by the fire element. And it is recommended for most people to stay cool. And if you don't, you will aggravate the heat, the Pitta. So one of the things that we can do, I have a few different references that I'm using, but summertime, it's a season where it can cause dryness and dehydration. So obviously those two things are very depleting. And as a result of that, we want to have a lighter diet. And you can, at this time, as long as your digestion is strong, have more raw vegetables or lightly steamed. You do want to have cool drinks, but no ice. We really emphasize in Ayurveda that we do not drink very iced cold drinks, because ice actually affects digestion and causes toxins. And I'll talk about that here in a little bit. You want to stay away from spicy foods, pungent, spicy foods in the summertime. That also includes salty and sour foods, because those increase heat. You want to have more sweet, metabolizing sweet foods. I'm not talking about sugar sweet. I'm talking about the foods that metabolize sweet, like ghee. So ghee and milk, if you can digest milk, warm milk, because we want to break down that protein. So never cold, ice cold milk is a no-no. And also rice. Taking nap in a cool room during the day is acceptable in the summertime because it's such a depleting time. And also you can get some sandalwood paste and use that on the body. It is very cooling. Also, you can get the rose mist, rose water mist, and spray that. Rose is cooling. Spray that on your body as a way to help cool down. Fans with cool water are also supportive. Spending time in forests or near cool water, lakes, oceans, and streams, very important. And also it says you really want to minimize your sexual activity, because that is depleting, and then you add it on top of the sun, which is depleting. So those are a few things there. Also, you can really get very diligent about your routine In your morning routine, you want to add coconut oil, which is a very light oil, and you put it on your body. And what it does is it calms and it soothes the skin. So it nourishes, but at the same time, it's cooling. So sesame oil, a lot of the Ayurvedic oils are sesame based. Sesame is warming, so that's not ideal in the summertime. You want cool. So coconut oil is your go-to, and it's nourishing. Also wearing loose clothing, like linen, loose clothing, light clothing, staying away from darker colors. So you want lighter colors, cool colors, and things that allow your body and your skin to breathe. And that's why you'll see in a lot of countries, they wear linen. They wear linen. So it's a good, I know it wrinkles, but it's, you know, it's very good for keeping you cool. Cool colors would be blues and greens, also the neutrals. And you want to stay strict with your diet. You want a pitta pacifying diet. If you're not sure about that, reach out to me. I can always help you with that. Definitely avoid citrus fruits, sour fruits, beets, carrots, all of the nightshades, because they are heating. No garlic, no onion, chili, tomato, sour cream, salted cheeses. They are heating. All right. And then you want to have your biggest meal in the middle of the day. And if you do eat meat, you have only light meat like chicken, turkey, or shrimp, and done only once a week, because those are, meat in general is harder to digest. Don't drink hot water or hot drinks in the summertime, as well as the iced. Room temperature or cool drinks are best. And as far as the iced, remember that it slows down digestion, it inhibits it, it creates toxins in the body, and it is best never to drink iced drinks. I always talk about that because Americans are usually quite addicted. Refreshing cool lassi. If you haven't had a lassi, I would definitely check it out. They're delicious. You can get like a mango lassi. You mix 1 part yogurt with 4 parts water, and then you blend it. It's delicious. And you can add mint, and you can add mango, and you can add cumin. You can add a sweet flavored drink. You can add a little bit of sweetener, something like maple syrup, and also rose water. You can add a little bit of lime, and even like a pinch of cumin powder. If you don't have the seed, you could do that. Working in a hot kitchen is not ideal, not a good idea. So try to avoid that. And you want to make sure you're not drinking any alcohol during this time of the year, because alcohol is very, very heating, aggravates pitta. If you do have an alcohol drink, then a cool beer on a hot night is okay once in a while, not often though. The alcohol in general is very aggravating for the fire element, for pitta. In general, this season, summertime, hot temperatures is a low energy time. So that's why I said taking a nap is an okay thing. Taking a nap in a cool area. Taking a nap on the lawn in a forest, even better. If you do have to work outside, you need to make sure you keep the body and the skin covered, and wear a wide brim hat. If you have to work inside where there's air conditioning, make sure that you get outside and you have circulation. Never lie in the sun in the summer. If the weather is very hot, you don't also even wear shorts or short sleeves, because you need to protect your skin. In the long run, it will cause skin damage, especially if you're a person that has freckling or moles. Then that sun exposure can lead to extreme aggravated pitta, and then eventually it can lead to skin skin problems, and maybe even skin cancer. If you get really hot, you can take a swim, or you get a towel. They have those cooling towels. You get them nice and wet and you put them around the neck. It is one of the fastest ways to cool down. Avoid strenuous exercise. If you're accustomed to running or doing vigorous aerobic activities, you want to do it first thing in the morning, which is the coolest time of the day. So if you do have to do strenuous exercise, that is when you do it. You want to do more mild yoga, quiet meditation twice a day. And the best postures are fish, camel, boat, cobra, cow, and then all the tree poses. Pitta individuals, they tend to overdo things, overexert. So they have to bring some ease in. You don't want to do any inversions during the summer hot temperatures, like headstand or shoulder stand, because they're pitta provoking. You want to also do moon salutations, which we'll do at another time. And there are certain jewelries or stones that you can wear that cool down the body. So you can wear a necklace of sandalwood beads, jade, pearl, amethyst, crystals, moonstone, and then also silver jewelry is better than gold. Gold is warmer and heating. The breath that you want to do, and I just demonstrated this a few weeks ago, is the cooling breath, where you curl the tongue, that you inhale, you swallow, and then you exhale out the mouth. All right. If you're not sure about that, I did a video on that a few weeks ago. You can take a look at that. You, in the evening after dinner, go for a moonlight walk in the dress and white clothing. And it says, put white flowers in your hair. That's so sweet. When you go to bed, you want to go to bed a little bit later in the summertime, just because it's lighter, darker. And you can rub some coconut oil on your scalp and the soles of your feet, and that will help sleep. And then sleeping on your right side. Right side promotes sleep. Left side promotes digestion. Sandalwood, jasmine oils are also cooling and also good fragrances to wear at this time. And then you want to make sure that you are not doing high intensity activities during the hottest times of the day, because that will build pressure, and we're trying to alleviate. Okay, so those are some things that you can do to help support cooling down the body when the temperatures get really hot. Okay, if you have any questions, reach out to me. And I always post these videos on the YouTube channel, Aspired Elements. So check out all the videos I have. And we're going to now do a cooling pitta practice. All right.